Hello NCAC Nation, and welcome back to another edition of The Rundown. On this week's show, we'll catch up on what's trending from around the North Coast Athletic Conference for the week ending on Sunday, September the 28th. We'll kick off this week's show on the gridiron as Denison picked up a thrilling 34-31 victory over arch-rival Ohio Wesleyan on Saturday, thanks in part to a monster day from this week's NCAC Offensive Player of the Week selection, sophomore wide receiver Deshaun Brown. Brown posted the second best day by a Big Red receiver in program history as he caught 11 balls for 225 yards and 2 touchdowns, which included this 74-yard scoring strike from senior quarterback Brandon Skonar late in the first quarter that put the Big Red on top by a 14-7 margin. DU went on to secure the 3-point victory over OWU following a last-second 25-yard field goal off the foot of senior kicker Matt Paracchio. And now let's shift our attention to the field hockey field in Granville as the Big Red squad elevated into a 3-way tie for first place in the league standings following a pair of wins over Worcester 4-0 and Kenyon 3-1 last week. DU freshman midfielder Chloe DQ garnered NCAC Player of the Week laurels after she netted 2 second-half goals over previous league unbeaten Kenyon on Saturday. DQ netted the eventual game winner in the 43rd minute and then added an insurance goal for the Big Red in the 46th minute. And in men's soccer action, the Player of the Week award went to Ohio Wesleyan senior midfielder Colton Blecker after he was credited with a pair of game winners in 2 victories for the Battling Bishops last week. Blecker netted the game winner in overtime on Wednesday to give the 16th ranked Bishops a 2-1 non-league win over Hanover. He then tallied 2 second-half goals on Saturday to lift OWU over Worcester on the first full weekend of league play. And on the women's soccer pitch, the Allegheny Gators opened league play strong on Saturday with a 1-0 road win at Denison. Junior midfielder Hannah Zangara netted the game winner for the Gators in the 63rd minute, while senior goalie Gabby Curtis collected NCAC Player of the Week laurels after she turned away 8 Big Red shots in the victory. Curtis also corralled 4 saves in Allegheny's 4-0 non-league win over Pitt Bradford on Wednesday to finish the week with 12 saves in 180 minutes of action. And the Gators will face another stiff test in league play this weekend as they travel to Gambier on Saturday for a 12 p.m. tilt against Kenyon. And finally, we'll head back out to the gridiron where the College of Worcester Fighting Scots find themselves tied atop the league standings with Wabash and Wittenberg after they improved to 2-0 in league play on Saturday with a 39-24 homecoming win over Hiram. Senior running back Sean Hackle has been the focal point of the Worcester offensive attack through the first 3 games of the season. In the win over Hiram on Saturday, he became the program's first 200-yard rusher since the 2011 season after he toted the rock 27 times for 205 yards and 1 touchdown. Hackle finished the 2013 season as the NCAC's lone 1,000-yard rusher, and he is well on pace to surpass that mark again this season as he currently leads the league with 450 yards rushing in just 3 games. And the Scots return to action this Saturday with first place on the line as they will take on the Wabash Little Giants in Indiana on Saturday at 1 p.m. Well, as always, NCAC sports fans, for up-to-date news, stats, and standings from around the North Coast Athletic Conference, you can log on to our website at www.northcoast.org. Also, be sure to follow us on Twitter at NCAC, as well as like us on Facebook. And that puts a wrap on this week's show, but be sure to join us again next week for another edition of The Rundown.